Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for your continued love and support of the channel. I really do appreciate it. And in today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be looking at the channeled message of the day from Spirit. And to do this reading, I've laid out 3 piles of cards. Pile number 1, you're going to be this white crystal here. Pile number 2, you're going to be this blue Celestite crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be this clear transparent crystal here. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's get into today's reading. Hi, pile 1, so you guys chose the white crystal here. And let's take a look at your, excuse me, let's take a look at your channeled message of the day. So you received Merope here with the priestess and embody. And it says, I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Beautiful energy here. So I'm getting a few messages from this card here. I feel like this group is a very spiritual group. First of all, with the priestess being here, this card reminds me of the high priestess card in the tarot, which is really about connecting with your intuition and having that sense of knowing, that heightened awareness and intuition. And I feel like that's what Spirit is talking about here, is how you are very in touch with Spirit and how you are very in touch with the divine feminine energy. Whether you resonate as feminine or not, you have that divine feminine energy within you. And I feel like this group is very in touch with that energy. And I feel like with this card, you know, we see this woman sort of in this prayer position here. So I feel like a lot of you in this pile may practice prayer or meditation. And if you don't, I feel like this could be Spirit's way of calling you to do that, you know, asking you to spend more time in prayer or meditation. So there's this idea here of really being this spiritual being who is in touch with their intuition and who is in touch with their higher self. And it's really beautiful energy. So let's get some more energy here. So you have number 36 with bathing in the river, and it says self-care. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit is asking you today to maybe spend more time on self-care, really loving yourself and caring for yourself and being gentle with yourself. You know, maybe setting up some self-care routines. This could also be spending more time in prayer and meditation. This could, for some of you, be, you know, bathing, maybe taking hot baths, or maybe cleansing rituals. I just get this energy of really caring for yourself here and sort of embodying this divine feminine energy here, which is all about self-love and self-care. So really beautiful. You also have letting go here. And it says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit really wants you to get into this energy here of accepting things as they come, pile one, and really just going with the flow, really letting your life unfold naturally. And like this card says, letting go and surrendering to your higher power and to the universe, and just flowing with life, flowing through the ups and downs, not letting things get to you, but really just going with the flow and accepting what comes your way. So I love that energy. You also have House Mouse here, number 27. And it says, you know the things you are capable of, but are you confident in leaning into that belief? Beautiful. So yeah, there's also an energy here of really believing in yourself, pile one, and knowing that you can achieve whatever you desire. You can have whatever you want, and you're capable of that. You have this divine feminine energy within you, which is capable of manifestation and confidence and courageousness. So I feel like there is this energy here of really believing in yourself and knowing that you will reach your goals, you will reach your dreams, pile one. And with this house mouse energy here, I feel like for some of you, your home may be your sanctuary here. It may be the place where you spend a lot of time, or you go to relax and rest and recuperate. I get this strong sort of homey comfort energy here with this card. So I love that for you guys. You also have number 41, and it says manifestation blessings for progress. Beautiful. So yeah, Spirit is really blessing you today, pile one, with this gift of manifestation and this gift of progress within some sort of creation or goal that you're trying to achieve here. I feel like Spirit is really on your side and is working with you to make that goal or dream happen. And they're blessing you today. And, they're wanting you to make progress, and they're with you. They're by your side. I feel like they're just radiating their energy and their love and their light here with this card. So if there's something that you've been working on, or some sort of goal or dream that you want to achieve, I feel like Spirit is really helping you with that here. So I want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So you have the King of Chalices here, which is the King of Cups energy. And that's beautiful because that energy is a very balanced, loving energy. It's really sort of, it matches this divine feminine energy here. And, the King of Cups is someone who believes in himself and is confident in himself and cares for himself. He practices self-care. He practices self-love. And he's very confident in himself. And I feel like this is the energy that Spirit really wants you to come into here, is this balanced, loving, affectionate energy, pile one, and believing in yourself and loving yourself and really expressing that to the world. So I love that. You also have the Strength card here. And that's beautiful as well, because the Strength card is about having confidence in ourselves, believing in ourselves. And I feel like that's what Spirit is asking of you here today, to believe in yourself, to have confidence in yourself, and to know that you're capable of anything, pile one. You're capable of reaching those dreams, and you're capable of making your wishes come true and you're capable of manifesting what you desire. So interesting. You also have the Four of Stakes in reverse here, which is the Four of Wands in reverse. And that can come up when we're feeling sort of a lack of stability. You know, we're not feeling grounded. We're not feeling confident. We're not feeling rested, you know. So I feel like there is an energy here that Spirit wants you to really look at and really heal today. And I feel like that's going to come by you practicing more self-care, practicing more prayer and meditation, and really learning to believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself. So interesting. You also have the High Priestess in reverse here. And that can also be sort of an unbalanced energy, because when this card is in the reverse, it means that we're not paying attention to our intuition. We're not tuning in to what our higher self, our higher voice is telling us. And so I feel like there is this need to sort of go within here and maybe spend more time in prayer meditation and spend more time on self-care, so that you are tuning into your higher self and you are, you know, relying on your intuition and believing in your intuition. So very interesting energy here. So I just want to get one last message here for you guys to wrap up your reading. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance for pile 1, please? Final message or guidance, please. Okay, so you have this card here, and it says right off the bat, and it says, do it now, immediate results. Interesting. So I do feel like for those of you here that are working on some sort of project or goal, I feel like there is a call to action here to sort of go after that goal and take that action and do it now, because I feel like there will be immediate results for you here if you do that. But I also feel like this relates to you spending more time on self-care and on connecting with your higher self. I feel like Spirit is saying here that if you take this time out for self-care right now and for going within, doing that prayer, doing that meditation, I feel like you will see results, and it will be immediate, pile 1. So I love that energy for you guys. So that is all I have for you today, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So you guys chose the blue Celestite crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you received this card here, and it says, stay humble. Know within that you are amazing. Let the world find out by your actions without you saying a word. Beautiful energy. So yeah, there's a message here from Spirit, pile 2, about staying humble and about not letting the ego or the outside world really distract you from being that kind, humble person that I feel like you are, and letting the world know that you are amazing through your actions, and through how you interact with the world. And so I feel like there's this beautiful message about staying humble and kind. And I feel like Spirit is really just wanting you to be in that energy and stay in that energy. And because it really is a higher vibration, it really is you operating from the 5D, versus the 3D. And I feel like that is the energy that Spirit really wants you to be in. So I love that for you guys. So let's get some more energy here. So you have free spirit here, number 13, and it says, be your own person. Wow, I love that for you. So yeah, I feel like this group is very unique, and I feel like you are, free spirits in this group. You may be very different than those around you. You may have different interests, or you may be very independent. You may be very unique in some way. You may follow your own path. Whatever it is here, I feel like Spirit really wants you to embody that uniqueness and express that uniqueness. And don't be afraid to be that free spirit. Don't be afraid to go your own way and do things differently. Don't be afraid to be independent. Really be your own person. Be who you are. Be your true, authentic self. And really express that to the world. So, and I also get the message here, with the wolves about sort of being a leader, not being afraid to maybe lead others, or to just follow your own path is really the message that comes through with this card. So I love that. So you also have number 7 with herbal craft, and it says regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. Interesting. So some of you actually may work with or may benefit from working with herbs in some way. You might be herbalists, you might use herbs in your magic, or, your spiritual practices. But even if you don't, there's sort of a message here about, I feel like, the power of herbs and maybe the benefit of herbs in your life in some way. And, I also get this message of caretaking here, so some of you may be caretakers here, or you may be healers of some sort. You could be healing yourself through plant medicine, or you could be a healer or a caretaker of some sort. So there is also that energy here from this card. So I love that. You also have number 35 with horsetail and patience here. We have this beautiful horse on the card. So yeah, I feel like, there is this very soft energy here with this pile. We had staying humble and kind here, being this free spirit. And, I feel like Spirit also wants you to have patience right now in your path and in your life, sort of staying calm and balanced and patient here is the energy. I pick up this very peaceful energy here with this card, because we have this horse sort of just laying here in this beautiful field and just looking around at nature and being in this peaceful, patient state. So I feel like that's the energy that Spirit really wants you to embody right now, is this peace and calmness and humbleness and kindness, and just following your own path and believing in yourself, pile 2. So I love that for you. You also have change here. And we have the different phases of the moon here. So I do feel like for some of you, there is a change that may be required here. So if you've been living this life where you've been sort of rushing through life and maybe not following your path, or not being true to yourself, I feel like there is a change that's required here in order to come into this state of humbleness and kindness and peace and patience. But I do feel like this change is really possible. And, Spirit wants to talk to you about this change today. And I do feel like, a lot of you here are very unique and very gifted. And I feel like Spirit just wants you to follow your own path and be that, free spirit that you are, and not be afraid to express yourself, pile 2. So I want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy here. So you have the Queen of Chalices, which is the Queen of Cups energy. And that's beautiful because the Queen of Cups, she is very humble and kind. She is someone who wears her heart on her sleeve, and she gives to others, and she doesn't expect anything in return. She expresses her love. And I feel like that's the energy that Spirit wants you to be in, is where you're just wearing your heart on your sleeve and you're staying humble and kind and really being in that empathic, caring energy. And it's interesting that you got this card because you also had the caretaker card here. And that's what the Queen of Cups is. She's a caretaker. She cares for those that she loves in whatever way possible. So beautiful energy. You also have the Queen of Scythes, which is the Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords is someone who is her own person. She is a free spirit, and she is not afraid to follow her own path and to be her own person. And, she goes after what she wants, and she doesn't let anything stop her. And I feel like that's also the energy that Spirit wants you to be in right now, is not only this balanced and kind, loving person, but a person who stays true to themselves, stays authentic and is not afraid to be their own person. So I love that. You also have the Three of Pentacles here, which is all about having patience. And you got that card before with the horsetail card. But I feel like this is about you having patience while you work towards what you want in your life, while you work on your goals and dreams, building that empire for yourself, and having patience while you do that, really letting things happen in divine timing and having patience. You also have the Ace of Chalices here, which is the Ace of Cups card. And that card also talks about love. It talks about doing kind things for others, expressing your love, being in that kind, humble energy. So again, I do feel like this is the energy that Spirit wants you to embody right now, is this energy of kindness and love and peace. Pile 2. So I love that for you guys. So I want to get one last message here for you before we wrap up your reading. So Spirit, can I get a last message or guidance for pile 2, please? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so you have this card here. It says Pumpkinhead, and it says get clarity. Educate yourself. Interesting. So yeah, there is a message here about finding clarity. And I feel like that clarity is going to come for you, pile two, when you really tune into yourself and you tune into your uniqueness and your special gifts, and really standing in your own power and really expressing your authentic self. And I also get the message here about education. For some of you, maybe you want to take a class in spirituality, or connecting with your higher self. But that's just going to resonate for a few of you here. But I do feel like for some of you, there's a message from spirit about maybe educating yourself in different ways, and that could be in a spiritual sense, or that could be having to do with maybe a goal or a wish that you're trying to manifest. So very beautiful energy there. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile two. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile three. So you guys chose the clear crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you received number 18 with a new gown. Interesting. So I'm getting the message from spirit here that there may be some sort of new opportunity or change that's coming into your life here. And I feel like it's a beautiful change or opportunity, because we do have this beautiful sunlight here, and we have this woman in this gown that's just radiant. It's beautiful. It's almost, it looks like the rainbow. If you can see on this card. But I do feel like there is some sort of new beginning or new opportunity here that spirit wants to talk to you about today. And again, I feel like it's a beautiful opportunity. So I want to get some more energy here. So I'm just going to cover this here. So you have this card here, and it says the search. And it says feeling lost, confused, lonely. Just going to switch this here. Sorry about that. So I do feel like some of you in this pile may be in this energy here of feeling lost and confused, or feeling lonely, or feeling like nobody understands. And I feel like if you have been in that energy, I feel like spirit is wanting you to know that there is a change coming here. And there is this new opportunity, this new beginning for you to sort of find yourself and to feel understood, to feel accepted, to feel what's the word I'm looking for here? To feel that clarity and that security. So I feel like that's what this new gown is representing here, is that change, that new opportunity here to really find yourself and to express yourself. Because I feel like for some of you, you're still in search of that here. And maybe you're feeling lost, maybe you're feeling confused, but I feel like you will find yourself and you will find your place, pile three. So interesting. You also have Merkaba activation here with ground, shield, and protect. Yeah, so that makes sense because I feel like with this card here, when we're feeling confused or lost, a lot of times it's because we're not feeling grounded. We're feeling like we want to isolate, we're feeling unprotected, we're feeling vulnerable. So I do get this message from Spirit here that it's very important right now for this group to ground themselves. And you can do that in a number of ways. You can spend time in nature, really grounding yourself. You can meditate. You can do yoga. You can practice Reiki. You can do all of those things to really ground yourself and to protect your energy. Because I do get this sort of um, energy here of really needing to work on your root chakra. And for a lot of you, even heal maybe some fears or some blockages that you're having right now. And I feel like that's by grounding yourself, you're really going to be helping yourself, find yourself and find that clarity, find that feeling of safety and protection here. So I love that. You also have number 47 with connect to source here. And it says, go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. Yes, beautiful. So there is a strong message here about going within pile 3 and really connecting with source and connecting with your guides and your higher power, because I do feel like they want to help you find this clarity here and find this acceptance and find this safety. And I feel like by grounding yourself and by spending time going within, you will find that groundedness. You will find that peace and that safety. But there is a need to connect with source here. Maybe spend time in prayer or meditation. Maybe this is you connecting with your guides, creating a sanctuary for yourself, whatever it is here, but really connecting with source. You also have resolve here. Yeah, and I feel like that's, the energy that Spirit wants you to come into here is resolving whatever is making you feel lost, whatever is making you feel confused, whatever is making you feel lonely or unaccepted or unsafe here. Really working on yourself and healing that energy. And like I said before, I feel like a lot of that is about grounding yourself and going within pile 3 and spending that time with source. So I love that. So I want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy here. So you have the 5 of Pentacles. And that makes a lot of sense because the 5 of Pentacles is when we are feeling lonely. We are feeling confused. And we're feeling like we're being shut out. Like others don't understand us. Others don't. So there is a need to heal this energy here. And I feel like Spirit, really wants you to know that you hold this key here because we have this key in the window. It's just a matter of finding that key, pile 3, and using it to unlock, the door and really heal this energy here of scarcity and lack and changing that into, resolving that so that you can come into this energy of, so interesting. You also have the Hierophant here. And the Hierophant talks about order and tradition, and it can even talk about teaching, so I feel like, for some of you, there's a need for maybe finding more order or stability within your life. For others of you, this could be about maybe taking a course in maybe spirituality, or for others of you, this could be maybe working with a counselor, or um, somebody that can help you with these feelings of confusion or loneliness here. So it's going to resonate differently for everybody, but there is sort of, I feel like, a message from Spirit about really working on healing this energy here. And for some of you, I feel like you could benefit from some sort of guidance, whether that's from a healer or a therapist or a counselor, however it resonates, a teacher, a guide. So interesting. We also have the Ace of Swords in reverse here. And that makes sense because that's when we're feeling that lack of clarity. We're feeling lost and confused, and we're not sure about our path. We're not feeling confident in ourselves and confident in our path. And there really is a need to find this clarity here. And I feel like that is what Spirit wants you to work on, is all of these things we talked about before, so that you can get that clarity, pile 3, and you can feel solid and secure and happy. You also have the Fool energy here. And that's beautiful because that reminds me of this new gown energy here, because the Fool is all about new beginnings and, taking that leap of faith and just jumping in, and it's about a new beginning, a new start. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying here, that, this new beginning, this new you, this new start is possible for you. It's just a matter of healing this lack energy here, and this, feeling of being lost or confused, and finding that clarity and finding that groundedness, and really changing this 5 of Pentacles lack energy into an energy of positivity and abundance, pile 3. So beautiful. So I want to get one last message here for you guys. So Spirit, can we get a final message or guidance, please? So you have harvest time here, and it says good yields, get your reward. Wow, I love that for you guys. So yeah, I feel like, Spirit is really saying here, this new beginning, this new gown is possible for you. And you will see this abundance here. You will see the fruits of your labor. I feel like if you do spend that time healing and, working on, healing that lack energy, pile 3, you will see this time of abundance here, and you will be rewarded for that. And it will be really beautiful for you because you will have this new beginning here with the Fool card. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.